Okay, I think I'm live. I'm so scared. I've thought I was live twice and then actually not be live. So I'm scared. I'm gonna wait to see on my other device if I'm actually live because I don't wanna not record important parts. I'm so scared. I've thought I was live twice and then okay, I am live. Hello. Okay, ooh, Reika's back. I have a feeling that we'll see a lot of Koyo again in Seiya's route, and I won't be able to romance him. And so we're playing Seiya's route. Kind of scared of him. In the darkness. Wait, mic warning. Okay. I felt like I was awake, but even with my eyes open, it was completely dark. What's going on? Was there nothing to see? Or was I in total darkness? Panic and uncertainty ran through my veins. This place, it feels suffocating. Okay. I'm like, what is that white line? It's probably, yeah, this place, it feels suffocating. How did I get here? What could have happened? Silently, in the deep eternal darkness, I started to sift through my memories. Hi. In an instant, terrifying memories flooded through my consciousness. Did I get possessed by Reika? A shiver coursed through my entire body. My body has been taken over. I've been trapped inside my own consciousness. Let me out. Let me out of here. That voice. It's unmistakably Reika's voice. Reika, please, let me out. I'm more curious on what her goal is. Like, what is she trying to achieve? How could this be? My strength faded and I sank into the ground, noticing something like a wall behind me. I touched the wall and looked around, realizing I was in some kind of cramped space. The tightness I felt before, was it because I've been locked in here? I instinctively knew I was inside my consciousness, trapped by Reika. But where am I now? Did Reika use the elevator? If only I could figure out what's happening. As my thoughts intensified, images began to materialize in my mind. Yui, help me! Koyo, help me! Wait, actually, Koyo, no, don't come near me. Kureha, help me. What I saw was a familiar scene. This is Nanimigahama High School? The red hues outside reminds me of the time I rode the elevator with Seiya. Why am I seeing this? As soon as I absent-mindedly took my hand off the wall, the images suddenly vanished. When I touched the walls again, the images began to form faintly. So I'm able to see using this wall. The images were clear, but I was left with a strange, unsettling feeling. It's like seeing with my own eyes, yet it's not from my own perspective. Such a strange sensation. Maybe this is what Reika is seeing right now? Something about that felt right. If so, then I need to keep a close eye on her, figure out what she's up to, and then find a way to get my body back. Fortunately, I could communicate with her. After thinking for After thinking for a bit, I spoke to her. Reika, I can see that you're I can see what you're seeing. This is Nanimigahama High School, right? I kept my tone casual, showing no resistance. She's wholly saw it through me. She's totally unpredictable and seems to be driven entirely by emotion. Either way, I better stray away from saying anything that could be considered a lie. I'm not exactly good with this type of thing, but suddenly Seiya's image popped into my head. Seiya was always relaxed and self-assured. I decided to speak clearly and assertive, emulating his mannerism. Boy, he is going to get he's going to be having a field trip. Just act like Seiya. When faced with a challenge like this one, I refused to back down. I mustered up all my confidence and continued my conversation with Reika. Do you have a reason for coming to Narimigahama High School? Well, yeah, whenever a living person uses the elevator, it malfunctions and turns their destination into something like the hidden realm. Calmly, I told her what Seiya had taught me. She caught me lying already, so I figured it's best to act knowledgeable. If I prove useful to her, maybe she won't try to do anything that would hurt me. Why does she need to possess though? Didn't she get on the train? Good. Seems like she's starting to trust me. But who is this guy she's talking about? Though I didn't know who she was planning to meet, it's obvious she was thinking of one specific person. So, there's someone you want to meet? How come Reika's sentence? How come Reika's sentence was only like a year? Is that so? Now that I know what Reika's after, I should stall for time. Eventually, we'll automatically get sent back to the HO. Or if Seiya can find us, he might be able to rescue me. If I'm just gonna wait for him to rescue me, maybe I should just stay quiet. I'm sorry about all of this, Seiya. In that case, react quick and try to find exit. I'm not sure how to leave either, but the last time I was here, I met a really friendly ghost. Cause once you find your love, you'll set me free, right? The guy is a ghost. The guy is a ghost. What are you gonna do with my living body? Well, I guess it didn't come off too great the last time we met at the HO. Koyo, please, run. I wasn't happy about it. I'd rather get rid of her body before we meet him. Last time I was at school with Seiya, I ran into a number of ghosts. But I only met them once. Hopefully they'll remember me. Koyo, please run. Koyo. If they do, I'm sure they'll be able to tell that something's off about me. Then they'll be able to help. I've met a number of ghosts here before. They're all pretty kind. Maybe one of them knows the way for us to get out of here? There's no. Go to the nurse's office, please. If I visit the classroom, I might run into Karakara and Mary. They mentioned they'd help me out if I ran into them again. Yui, please, my lord and savior, Yui. I took a small breath, trying not to reveal my plan, and tried to calm my racing heart. We might find them if we head to the same classroom. Though I guess Mary Mary's not really a schoolgirl, it's more like an urban legend. Yes, right here actually, in one of the school's classroom, I read Mary Mary. All the rumors about him are a little creepy, but he's that kind. Suddenly, a chill went through. What is this? Misa, you know she's after a guy, so lead her to Yui. It'll be fine. Uh-oh. Yeah, he gave me some advice then. As if I felt as if a string darkness was surrounding me, consuming me, and choking my words. Reika? How does she know that he's Mary though? Cause she's been in hell, so she wouldn't know the urban legend. God, her voice acting is incredible. I couldn't make a sound. Try as I might, not even a gasp escaped me. It's getting worse. My heart, no. My soul felt as though it's being smothered. I felt as though I was losing grip on reality. Stop. Don't come in. Hatred, envy, jealousy. Hinagi-ku, please help me. Dark emotions invaded my heart, pushing and overwhelming my consciousness. Bad ending. We died. Eh? Wait, what did I do? Huh? Wait, that wasn't even an option. Wait. Huh? I guess it's in the chapter 5, huh? Nani kore? What was it? Other realm. Oh, I can't even. Uh-oh. Here? Chapter 3, okay. Ooh, I guess we're gonna try earn some Seiya points. That's reassuring. Oops. Just having Seiya by my side is reassuring. He's been taking care of me since the very beginning. With that, Seiya seems to blush a little. God, you're so white. You're glowing, literally. That doesn't sound good. Stop being freaky. She rolled her eyes but smiled back at him. Seiya didn't seem to mind and continued to be at ease. I like how Yui is just put up with his bullcrap. Ooh, have we seen this? I don't think we've seen a Seiya perspective. Ooh. As the three of us were chatting, I stole a glance at her. What did I do? Ever since she said those kind words to me, I couldn't take my eyes off Misa. Yui's protecting us! Yui! Hearing Yui's words, I gasped. It seems like my obsessive nature was beginning to rear its ugly head. That was no good. Yui sighs and turned to Misa. I'm trying. Okay. Our little conversation seems to amuse Misa, who began to giggle. Her laugh was mesmerizing to me. The more I got to know her, the more my interest grew. I wonder how much longer I could be with her. Considering the temporary nature of our time together, I tried to cap my interest in her. Yes, I can't allow this to be any more than a minor infatuation. I'm guessing cause I didn't get enough Seiya points, which is why I got the bad ending. Is that why? Huh? Like I literally did nothing. And then I got a bad ending. Sorry, Koi, I'm gonna skip over your part. I'll see you soon. Okay, Seiya. Let's talk about something you like. You like talking about hobbies. Remember Seiya. Sorry, Minami. I already said into Seiya's route. I've already done the thumbnail in the title. Give up writing. I don't think of you of that way yet. I don't think of you that way yet. Mada desu ka? His satisfied voice echoed above me. Seiya shook slightly, as if holding back laughter. Oh, I realized the fact that I said the word yet gave him hope. No, I didn't mean like that. It just slipped out. Or, in that case, I'll be careful. Wow. I know you wouldn't do that. That expression. Whoa. Okay. He kissed my forehead again. Again! Wow, third kiss. Sheesh. That's enough prayer. I rushed outside. Although I was glad to have changed the topic, I still didn't want him messing with my mind. My heart was pounding fast. I knew it couldn't last much longer if I stayed by his side. I can read. I cannot read. More Seiya perspective. I don't think of you that way yet. Her words keep replaying in my mind. I understood her quite well. It was not as though she had no feeling. But our future is uncertain. Perhaps she means she doesn't yet know how much it will unfold. Still, I couldn't help but be hopeful. She didn't dislike me. She seemed swayed by my advice towards her. At least, that's how she acted before. There I go again, unable to stop smiling. She's clever, changing the subject like that. Such a youthful and living thing to do. I wanted her anxieties about her future to be quite charming, and I longed to resolve her struggles. I couldn't resist it. Even though I wanted to send her back home, I don't know if that means the whole stream. I don't know if that means the whole stream is not connected. There, I can tell. No one's watching anyway. Oh, but just wait for a bit. No, I think it's back. That's not right. Sorry, Minami. Not really, I guess. I hadn't met the god that took me here, and I don't know why he didn't. So I couldn't really feel angry for him. Seiya said something like that before too. If you put it that way, yeah, I guess it's a little upsetting. I guess it's enough just to see Minami get angry on my behalf. This whole thing feels weird. I thought you'd be thanking that god for putting me in this situation. Okay, it seems like it's just chat that's disconnected. No. Now let's talk about love disposition. Your favorite topic. Oh god. Look at him. Oh, was I like on the fence between Minami and Seiya? Cause now Seiya's here. Seiya appeared and Reika immediately turned and fled onto the train. Well, he didn't get kicked. As soon as she boarded, the doors closed and the train departed. Phew, that was close. Oh no, I think it's cause I hung out with Seiya. However, I immediately felt my knees weaken. Huh? No, he's mad at me. That's not it. It's just. Seiya, Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you, Seiya? Wait. Fucking. Yeah, this might be better. I'm sorry. I truly am sorry for. Wait. Let me think. There's like a spot on my screen. I'm sorry. I am truly sorry for making you worry about me. I didn't mean to. I just saw the train and hoped that I could. Hearing him deeply sigh, nervous, I looked up to see the grim expression on Seiya's face. Uh-huh. Don't say that. You've protected me plenty already.
しかし、あなたの身に危険があったのは事実。
The danger I faced was because I was acting careless. It was my fault. Yet, I knew Seiya would never be satisfied with that.
地獄から脱しようと努力するあなたを縛り付けておきたくはありません。ですが、そうすると危険を察知することが叶わなくなる。どうするべきか。
Seiya, you've already helped me so much. Please, I don't want you to feel guilty.
そう言ってくださるならば、私のそばから離れないでください。四六時中、朝起きてから夜寝るまで、いえ、寝る時もそばに。
Why? My sister likes yandere, and when I asked her which route she likes, she said Minami first and then Hibiki second. Why isn't Seiya on the list? That's clearly impossible.
冗談です。あなたのことは信じていますよ。あなたの強さは身体的なものではありません。心です。心こそがあなたの強みであり、私が信頼を置いている部分です。
I had no idea Seiya saw me that way. Conversely, I feel like I've shown him nothing but weakness.
悩みはいつか晴れるものです。あなたはその心の強さで己の道を切り開いていく。私はそう信じています。
Thank you for saying that. My heart felt warm, as if it was bathed in light. I still don't think anyone ever spoken to me in that way before. I had avoided discussing my career path with him, but now I felt ready to open up. A sudden dizziness came over me. I swayed and nearly fell, but Seiya caught my shoulders. I'm sorry, I just feel so sleepy.
HO に行きましょう。カリファの空気を吸えば少しは楽になるでしょうから。
But I said so much after I got back from school.
全開するわけではありません。ここの空気に触れ続けていれば、いくら眠っていても。
And why doesn't the train bring us back? That's what I'm questioning. Seiya kept supporting me as we slowly began to walk. Walk? Yeah, he should princess carry us. Shame on him. I feel much better now. Yep, do the same. There are various possibilities. Yeah, the burden of fighting hell. Hell organization? Yep. It seems like there's like, I didn't notice before, but like 2 of the options. 2 of the options is increase affection, and then 2 is like do nothing. Hopefully I've gotten enough Seiya good points. I beg your pardon, where are we? Wait. Okay, we're on Seiya's route. Wait, what? Wait, okay, this is Reika, right? Nurse's office. Yui, protect me! Yui! Yui! If Yui's in the nurse's office, she'll definitely send something's off. Even though we've only spoke briefly, when she sees me here alone, she'll know something's up. I took a deep breath, careful not to give away my thoughts, and tried to steady my racing heart. The nurse's office. There's a really nice ghost there. Very kind. Seems like she knows a lot. Maybe she might... Yes, of course. You better not tell her her name. As we walked, I explained the way to the nurse's office to Reika. No comment. It hadn't occurred to me that she might ask me about my situation. I need to think about something fast. I was spirited away. Unable to come up with a more compelling lie, I simply told her the truth. Screw you. It's true. The ghost we're going to see in the nurse's office knows about it too. As a living person, I'm actively seeking a way to return back to the real world. I did not expect two people to slander Yui in the other route. Caught off guard by her harsh tone, I struggled to come up with a reply. My situation's pretty unique. Besides, unlike you, I'm still alive, Reika. Ooh, shots fired. No. I know I don't hope so. I do not hope so. But I can't say for certain she knows the way out. You promise? Looks like it works. Still, I feel like I'm at my limit acting like Seiya. Then, just as we're about to reach the nurse's office, Koyo, stay in your lane, please. Okay. That's not true. He's actually very sweet. Why are you protecting him? Why you... you go, girl. Upset by Reika's suggestion. Why are you upset? With Reika's suggestion that Seiya was a creep, I found myself blurting out a response. She's not wrong. Reika's not wrong. Actually, I like my guy better, which is not yours. I barely stopped myself from blurting out in a snorty response. No, I've got to stay calm. Upon entering the nurse's office, we found Yui. She was standing by the window, just like before. She turned around and gave a curious look. Yui tilted her head, confused. Probably because the words sounded nothing like how something I'd actually say. Round 2 of Yui versus Reika. Yui grabbed Kureha's sword, fight her. You can do it! Yui furrowed her eyebrows and shot me a suspicious gaze. It made sense. After all, there's no way Seiya would send me here alone. How does she know that Koyo will be at Narimigahama though? Wait. Cause Koyo doesn't live in Narimigahama. So how does she know that he's here? Yepers! That's kinda cute. I wonder if Yui's actually going to search. Then I remember that leaving wasn't possible. When I met Karakara and Mary here before, they were complaining about being unable to leave. Maybe she just doesn't know, or she's just trying to be helpful. But her specifically mentioning the second floor makes me feel like she's up to something. Can we pass by Hibiki? Aw, Hibiki. After leaving the nurse's office, Reika made her way towards the central staircase and began ascending. I hope. Oh no. What floor is Misa's classroom at? So you want to check out the second floor, right? Whether or not Yui's trying to help, her suggestion made help me stall Reika. I just hope nothing bad happens and we can get back without any more trouble. Reaching the second floor's peak, I stumbled upon another ghost. Hi, Kureha! Ah, Karakara. That's Karakara. He's a ghost. We met here before and had chatted together. There's another ghost. Don't say that. Another ghost, Mary. He's an urban legend. Guess he's not here today. As I quickly shared the information with her, Reika's voice took a new tone. A shiver crept up my spine. Reika? The air felt odd, changed. It was as if darkness around started to twist, leaving me with a disturbing, uneasy feeling. Kureha, help. Kureha, help. Seiya probably called him, huh? Yeah. Kureha's like, what the hell? Wait, why are they so white today? Hang on. Let me see if I can turn on the brightness. They're so bright. Is that better? Because goddamn, they were like shining. Yeah, that's better. Kind of. Kureha's face is like, what the hell? It wasn't just me. Even Karakara seemed startled by Reika's sudden shift in demeanor. Girl. I think I had the same problem before where I was like, oh, they're so white and shining. I think I'll turn it back up. I like it better when it's brighter. I guess I have a really janky setup for streaming Dynavit because I need to use my phone to get a screen. A sense of dread washed over me. I couldn't explain it, but I was sure things were about to get much worse. Reika, what's wrong? I'm sorry, Kureha. Karakara and I spoke to her almost simultaneously. Don't say his name. Her uncharacteristic low voice sent a chill down my spine. This wasn't the Reika I'd seen before. What am I supposed to do here? What if I'm killed before our time runs out and we're sent back to hell? Suddenly, Karakara grabbed Reika's arm. And he's been watching Misa, so he knows. Hi. Hi, Seiya. That voice. It's Seiya. since I couldn't see myself, I wouldn't know until Reika turned around. But I was sure it was Seiya. I'm pretty sure you can tell from his voice. I could tell his voice. Maybe it's just my just the euphonetic mind. He came. A mix of guilt, joy, and relief nearly brought tears into my eyes. When Reika finally turned around, I saw Seiya come into my field of view. Just seeing him brought a smile to my face and filled my heart with warmth. Yui! Reika seemed desperate to break free from Kureha's grasp, making my vision shake violently. Despite that, I was able to see Seiya had turned his gaze to Karakara.
それは地獄で裁く予定の罪人なのです。そして私は地獄で死者を裁く者。どういうことだ。彼女は聖者だろう。ええ、体は聖者ですが、今はその罪人に取りつかれているのです。何言ってるの？取りつかれてなんかいないわよ。ね、信じて。この人から守って。あとはこちらで処理をいたしますので、引き渡していただけますか。一つ約束してほしい。取りつかれている彼女に危害が加わらないこと。
It's so hard not to fall for them even in another route. Seiya, I'm sorry. Seiya, you gotta step up your game. Karakara. We only spoken once, yet he seemed genuinely concerned for me. Seiya appeared taken aback by his concern, hesitating for a moment before he replied. Important to him? I couldn't grasp the meaning of those words, but he stirred something within me. Why would he say that now? And with that, Karakara was gone. Then, just as I thought things were calming down, Reika's triumphant laughter filled the air. Seiya smiled radiant with an unusual confidence. I sure hope he has a plan. But as I thought about it, I knew Seiya wouldn't come without a strategy. Khalifa flowers? As he spoke, I felt a sudden shift in my vision. Yo! Wait. A forced kiss? Suddenly, Seiya's face drew closer, starting not just Reika, but me as well. Huh? Seiya, what are you doing? Though I could only see the image of him, I felt as though I could feel his breath on me. Trapped with my consciousness, I shouldn't have been able to feel him, and yet, somehow, it was as if his warmth was actually reaching through me. A kiss? As Seiya's face drew near, I could almost predict his next move. Oh, wait! Please! What are you doing? Even though I knew he wouldn't hear me, I found myself yelling, desperate to stop him. Why stop, girl? Don't say that! Just leave! Please! said that. Don't make things up.
嫌われるのは覚悟の上です。
Uh-huh.
好きだからこそ何をしてでも何と思われようとも守りたいのです。
My heart thud loudly, and I felt my cheeks warm. I knew the pounding in my chest wasn't from the anticipation of his kiss. It was from the sheer joy of his words.
それでもあなたを不快な気持ちにさせたくはありません。ミサさん、目をつむっていてください。
No, I'm opening my eyes, full view, 4K right here. Hearing Seiya express his concern for me, I shook my head, denying any discomfort. Uncomfortable? I couldn't possibly feel that way. With my hands still pressed towards the wall, I continued to watch the scene unfold. Then just as our lips were about to meet, with your mouth open? My man is so greedy. How many CG does this have so far? Because this is the third kissing CG. This time on the lips. And also technically the fourth time you've kissed. Hello? As the tension in my body vanished, a gentle pressure suddenly brushed my lips. A kiss from the dead. His lips were filled with compassion and cool tenderness. I wanted to etch this moment in my memory. It was likely the first and last time it would happen. I'm so drawn to Seiya. The moment I realized these feelings, I feel as though I've been casted to hell all over again. I don't want to fall for someone from another world. Oh! Wait, that makes so much more sense. Because in the stage play, I saw a digested, like a short, like clips of the stage play. I think it's like official release. And Reika was holding a gun instead of a knife. And I was really confused. I was like, girl, you're supposed to have a knife, not a gun. But now if Seiya is holding a gun, it makes so much more sense. Okay. Then almost immediately, a loud explosion rang in my ear. Oops. As Seiya pulled away, he sprinted down the corridor. Bin, you left us. I followed him into the hallway, and then... Huh? Yui! Oh. Turning back, I saw Reika's frame fading into nothingness. And with those faint words, Reika vanished into nothingness. No way. Seiya, what happened to Reika? Seiya turned and began examining the spot where Reika had faded before, finally facing me again. Well, Koyo will be at peace. Thank you, Seiya. So, where did she go? He's willing to kill others for you. Take notes. I never liked her, and I hoped that she'd be caught eventually. But she's really gone. But she's really totally gone. Filled with shock, all I could do was stand there. She was that dangerous? My words were aimed at Seiya, but they were also an attempt to reassure myself. Without coming to terms with what had happened, moving forward seemed impossible. Let's go see Yui. Unable to meet Seiya's eyes, I merely nodded, my eyes casted downwards. Yes. Let's go see you. Silently trailing Seiya, I soon realized we were at the library. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you and everyone at the Heisho. Words failed me after that. Having received so much help from Seiya, the thought of me causing him more trouble, I felt a deep sense of embarrassment and regret, unable to look him in the eye. His voice was filled with remorse. It was clear from the way he spoke that he was putting all the blame on himself. Seiya's expression contorted into one that I've never seen him before. Seiya's done nothing wrong. I couldn't bear to see him like this. So I decided to take Seiya's hand because it's romantic, kind of. Gently grasping Seiya's hand, I noticed his eyes widen in surprise. How can I tell him what I'm feeling? I'm not sure if I can. And so I simply met his gaze and offered him a smile. This might convey how I feel better than words I have. Yo, you look disgusted. Why you... Seiya looked at me, his eyes starting left and right. Seeing Seiya so flustered, I couldn't help but let out a smile. Sorry. Seiya's hand tenderly enveloped mine. I feel the same way when I saw you. Of course, I felt sorry for troubling you too, but at the same time, my heart was relieved. I was overcome with joy. Yes, it certainly seems that way. We continued to chat for a time, our hands never once separating. As we waited to return back to hell, Seiya told me everything that had happened. Upon his arrival at the school, he ran into Yui, who told him I was acting strange. After meeting with him, she had assumed Seiya would come and went looking for him. She then told him we were on the second floor, so he could find me quickly. After hearing this, I asked him if we could stop by the nurse's office to thank Yui, and we did. Yay! I wanted to apologize and thank Karakara as well, but we couldn't find him in time. No! Kureha! Then we headed back to hell. We didn't get to say goodbye to Kureha. We're getting a lot of Seiya perspective here. After returning to hell, I let Misao rest in the private room and hired a guard to watch over her. Looking down, I realized I have nearly crushed the Khalifa flower I've been holding. This isn't like me at all. Yet, somehow, it all came to her. My emotion got the best of me, influencing my thoughts and actions. Like before, I'd allowed myself to get emotional. But in the moment when she smiled at me, it felt as though all was forgiven. I caught myself smiling, then snapping out of it. It seems I truly am captivated by her. I shouldn't be daydreaming here. I need to collect more Khalifa flowers. The whole tree is gonna be bald by the time you're done. I picked up the blossoms scattered at my feet. I began to wonder what she thought of me. I then turned to gather some of the flower that had fallen to a nearby bench. I must ensure she doesn't think poorly of me. My affection grew stronger with each one I picked. By the time my bag was full of flowers, I realized I'd fallen for her. I like how it just sore de e and then the whole English is like blah 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 blah. That wouldn't be like the end of the world. Translation's not accurate, but it works. After resting for a bit at the Heijo, Seiya took me to his house. Not with Minami around. Thank you. I really appreciate your concern. Seiya composed himself with a cough and took out a large bag. Not a Khalifa. What is it? As he slowly opened the bag and turned it upside down, flower petals scattered. Are these Khalifa petals? I could feel their fragrance filling the room, purifying the air and calming my heart.
いかがですか？これで幾分かは気分もよろしいかと。
I can't believe he picked all of these for me. Thank you so much. Despite being so busy, you still did all of this. As I spoke, a realization dawned on me. Right, you have work to do. I'm so sorry for keeping you. Please don't mind me.
まさか仕事に戻れと。
I just feel bad. I feel like I may be getting in your way, that's all.
何をバカなことを言っているのですか？今回はイレギュラーだとしても、あなたは悪魔に狙われているのですよ。あれがいつあなたをさらいに来るかわからないというのに、一人にはさせられません。
It seems like Seiya's more protective than ever. But I've been reckless as well. Then Seiya gathered a handful of Khalifa petals, carrying them over to the bed and to spread them out.
あなたもこちらへ来てください。そろそろ休んだ方がいいでしょうから。
Hearing that, I moved hesitantly towards the bed.
さあ、ベッドに入ってください。あなたが目覚めるまでそばにいますから。
Right. I climbed into the bed, adorned with Khalifa flowers. Feeling Seiya's gaze on me, I felt embarrassed to lie down in front of him.
悪夢を見るのが怖いのですか？大丈夫です。心を強く持てば。
It's not just that, but the nightmares Minami brought me were frightening, and the terrible feeling of those dreams was awful, but it wasn't reason I couldn't sleep. Just having Seiya by my side makes my heart race.
ぼんやりしてどうしたのですか？
Do I have to sleep with Seiya watching over me like this? It's because of you! It's because of you. I fixed my gaze intently on Seiya. Seiya seemed to notice my stare and smiled back contently.
まさかあなたにそのような顔をされる日が来るとは。
How can he say this so composed? He hasn't even mentioned the kiss. Seiya, are you used to doing things like that?
ああいうこと。ああ、キスですか。慣れている、慣れていないではなく、仕事ですから割り切っています。
Way to shatter a girl's heart. I'm such an idiot. After causing him so much trouble, what am I even thinking? I just assumed it meant something, and I figured he must have felt the same. I should just forget all about this.
まあ、寸前で止めるつもりではいたのですがね。そこまですれば、あれが出ていくのは予測していましたから。
Huh? Wait, does that mean... Did the kiss mean something to him?
私は変態のメンヘラですから、利用できるものはします。
I want to know, like, what Tachibana's reaction was reading the script. Well, given that he voiced Yuki and Shion. That's not what I meant. I just wanted to know.
では、仕切り直しますか。今度は完全なるプライベートで愛を込めて。
My guy, you are getting too greedy. No, I refuse. I'm done talking about this. But even as I protested, I'm actually thrilled by him. God, Misa is getting on the same level of freak as him.
からかいすぎました。あなたが怒る様が可愛らしくてつい。
How much of that I can't speak. How much of that just now was serious and how much was he joking? Whatever the case, he always ended up toying with me, and that was truly frustrating.
これ以上お話ししていると、あなたの睡眠の妨げになるでしょうから。
Sarah then fell silent, picked up a book from beside the bed and began quietly reading it. His expression started to calm stillness, clearly signaling he was done talking for now. I felt a tinge of loneliness, but knew it was best to get some rest. I stared up at the ceiling, waiting for sleep to come. Chapter 6? No, Seiya. Ooh, Seiya. Seiya! There's a lot of perspective. I feel like we've gotten a lot of Seiya perspective. As she rested, I planned to lose myself in this book, and yet, even as I read the lines, my thought kept drifting to her lying nearby. Surely it was because of what she said. She hinted that my presence was comforting to her. Does Misa have any idea how much that means to me? I glanced up from my book to find her still awake. Ooh, God. My wall of defense. I glanced up from my book to find her still awake, staring at the ceiling. Should I say something? No, I shouldn't disturb her rest. I returned my attention back to the book, but the memories of our kiss distracted me. It seems I'm quite distracted today. If I had another chance, I'd like to kiss her again. I'm sure you will. This time breathing. Ooh, yamete. How'd I make this stick? I should stick this part too. This time gazing into eyes to see if she feels the same about me. I just sticky tape this part. I'll do it after stream. I can't sleep. When I gazed over at Seiya, he seems deeply absorbed into his book, not even sparing me a glance. He normally watches so intensely, but not today. It made me feel oddly lonely. Seiya? When I called out to him, he looked up, and actually our eyes met. Just locking eyes with him sent my heart fluttering, and I felt a surge of joy rush through me. I'd like to talk a little more. It wasn't as if I was scared to sleep, nor was it that I wasn't sleepy. And I just wanted to hear his voice just a little longer. Seeing that, he placed his book on the nearby table and turned to face me. Trust me, they'll just keep me awake. It was the first time Seiya offered to tell me more about himself. All I knew at that point was that he carried two major regrets from his life. The first was about Yui. I wonder if he'll tell me about the second. But is that really alright? When Seiya spoke of himself, his aura seemed to stealthily shift. He always seemed troubled. If it was painful for him, I didn't want him talking about his past just for my sake. But to my surprise, Seiya smiled. I was eager to learn more about him, but realized he wanted me to learn about him as well, filled me with unexpected joy. Seiya looked up, staring off into the distance. His eyes seemed to flicker with events long past. As if he had decided to bring those past shadows to light, he drew a small breath. Seiya lore. Chapter 6, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna fall over. I never knew my biological parents. It was the only family I ever knew was my adoptive father. His gaze, his gaze as he spoke to me, it was so kind, so warm. It made me forget we weren't connected by blood. Liliev and Roge, Silver. It was the first love I felt. His gentle smile, the warmth of his large hands. Everything about him was so joyous. I couldn't help but just smile thinking about him. I deeply admired my father, an exorcist who had rescued people and took in a poor orphan like me. But all I did was study fervently. I believed that being useful to my father was how I should show my gratitude to him. This is so cute. It was just too embarrassing. I couldn't bring myself to call him father. I realized how foolish that was, but anyways, I soon became an exorcist at a very young age. Then one day, my father was performing an exorcism on a woman possessed by a demon. I stood by his side as his assistant. Then the demon, speaking through the woman, directed its chilling words at me. But by the time I realized it, the demon had moved into me. It had shifted its possession to me. My father's voice was shouting at me, but all I could hear was the whispers of the demon within. I didn't know how much time passed. I was completely focused on resisting the demon's words from infiltrating my mind. It probably lasted for days. Then, eventually, I came to bathe into a beautiful light, and everything was over. Hey, is your father alright? Glancing around the room, I thought it was in total disarray, likely caused by my possession. The tables were knocked over, and behind it lay a familiar figure. The one I revered more than anyone. My father. As I cradled the limp body of my father, a wave of despair washed over me. His breath was faint, and he seemed to be on the edge of death. Those were his final words. This life, saved by my father's sacrifice. To honor him, I decided to continue working as an exorcist. Or, more accurately, I attempted to continue. But I lost all my power as an exorcist, and I was completely useless. My hands trembled in the presence of a demon. No matter how lowly and vile the demon, I was nothing but a trembling fool, defeated by my own fear. I wondered how someone as weak as me could possibly help others. I feared that demon was correct. I am weak. Standing on the tall cliff, looking at the sky, I saw my father's face in the cloud. That was his story. Seiya's voice was totally void of emotion as he spoke. I wish I could tell him it wasn't his fault, but his expression, it told me there was no convincing him of that. When I first got here, Minami called Seiya a sinner, damned to hell. So, you really were damned? Why? You might have been able to see your father if you crossed over. This was his second sin. Seiya's pain was obvious. His voice, his movement, the expression on his face, they all spoke of his deep wound. What could I say to him? I couldn't find the right words to say to him. No doubt anything I said would be trivial compared to the burden he carried, but still, I wanted to ease his heart, even just a little. I feel like, thank you for telling me. I'm scared, I'm gonna say. This is your reminder to go tell your parents and all of your loved ones that you love them. Go tell them that you love them, if anyone's just watching it. Oh, I may not have. Thank you for sharing that with me. I feel so inadequate, offering only these simple pedestrian words. Given the courage it took for Seiya to tell me that. His fingers gently lifted my chin, guiding my gaze to his. No, that's not it. It's... Why? Why can't I find the right words? I didn't want to see... I didn't want to see Seiya smile. I didn't want to see Seiya smile at me like that, with so much anguish just below the surface. I didn't want him to feel so pain. All I wanted is to cure his troubled heart. I wanted to bring peace to Seiya's heart. At that moment like this, Seiya would... My hand reached out towards him. Allow me to do this for you, what you always do for me. Kiss? My fingertip traced gently along his neck. I combed through his soft hair with my fingers, revealing the skin where the mark was, and then... Oh, this is a pretty CG! Oh my god. Wait. I want... Because we'll obviously go back to the CG. I want to see the other option. I'm sorry. Go back. You saved me. Well, you saved me. Seiya looked up, clearly taken back. His eyes widened, slightly at my words. You showed me what it means to have a strong heart when facing a demon. Without your help, I might have been in Minami's clutches. Worse, I might have died. Even so, I gently placed my hand on the top of Seiya. Okay, we're back. Don't disrupt me at such an important moment. I combed through his soft hair with my fingers, revealing the skin where the mark was. And then... I lost count. 4th kissing. Every single CG of his... Oh wait, he's so pretty in this. Wait, hold on. Every single CG that he has is some sort of kissing. And this is the 4th CG and the 5th time he has kissed Misa. How greedy. Well, Misa's technically the one kissing here, so... He's so pretty here. Oh, hi. Please, hold still. I pressed my lips to his neck. Much like he had done for me, softly, as if washing away his sins. Seiya had paid enough for his mistakes. I whispered the words softly to myself. Not just for myself, not just for me, for all the souls he led to find peace. Please, forgive Seiya. May our sins be cleansed. I was unable to find the right words to speak. Even so, I hope this gesture could convey my feelings for him. Was it wrong? Seiya shifted slightly. Looking up, I saw a puzzled look on his face, his eyes searching for something. Accepting his words of gratitude, I slowly moved back. As I did, suddenly, a wave of embarrassment I've been holding back surged up. Sorry for doing all of that suddenly. I should have told him what I was going to do before doing it, huh? As I mentally scolded myself, Seiya's hand gently touched my cheek. His smile brought it with a wave of relief. I'm glad to hear that. His sudden shift in tone caught me by surprise. But as soon as I realized he was alluding to my career path survey, and a rush of emotions hit me. Wait, Did Seiya just hint? Someone close to my heart.
願わくばあなたが話す相手は私であるよ。そう願ってしまうのを許してくださいね。
That nearly sounded like he was confessing his love to me. Right. Seiya always said things that made my heart flutter. Often, his words were ambiguous, but this time was different. His feeling felt so clear, so genuine. I wasn't sure how to respond.
しかし困りました。この心に浮かぶ葛藤、矛盾をどうすべきか。あなたをうつしろに返してあげたい。でもずっと腕の中で抱きしめてもいたい。
I'm going to sleep now. I quickly hid under the covers as if escaping. Usually, I would just shrug off Seiya's romantic words, but not this time.
すぐに眠れそうですか？
He asked, and I peeked from under the blanket. It's okay, I can sleep now. I wasn't sure if I could really sleep, but it was all I could say for the moment. And I can't stay afraid of falling asleep. If I can overcome that demon, I think I'll gain some confidence. It will mean that I have a strong heart.
なるほど。それこそがあなたがここへ来た理由なのかもしれないですね。
Huh?
強い心に成長すれば、うつしおへ帰ってからも自身の抱える問題に立ち向かえる。神はそうお考えになってあなたをここへ送ったのでしょう。
That could be. Actually, Seiya's thoughts aligned perfectly with my own. The old me was always running from my problems. Yet with each escape, a fog clouded my heart, leaving me unable to speak to my mind. Especially not to Mom. Reflecting on those times, my heart felt heavy. Unpleasant emotions bubbled up. They seemed to come from within me.
ミサさん、手を。
As instructed, I reached out from under the blanket and Seiya gently unlocked my hand in his. Though his gloved hand should have felt cold, I felt a pleasant warmth spread through me.
あなたが眠りについている間もずっとこうしていましょう。
Thank you. Though slightly embarrassed by his touch, I found it comforting. I wanted him to keep holding my hand, even after I wake up, forever. I'm so glad you're here, Seiya. I'm truly grateful it was you who found me. Seiya smiled warmly and squeezed my hand tightly.
かつて父が人々にしてきたように、私もあなたを救いましょう。どんな困難が待ち受けていようとも、あなたのために戦うと誓います。
He sealed his promise with his gentle kiss on the back of my hand. Kiss number 6, guys. I smiled back at him and closed my eyes. Sleepiness quickly overcame me, and I drifted into the world of the dream. Minami watching all of this is like, ew, gross. More Seiya perspective. We're getting a lot of perspective. Are we even in chapter 6 yet? No, chapter 7 yet. As she slept, I whispered words of prayer. I prayed earnestly for her to overcome the demon that haunted her. Even if I had continued this prayer forever, I would not cease. How could I do anything less for Misa Ishiki, the one who had prayed for me? My feelings for her now went beyond just love.
愛しいこの人をたとえ好みが滅びようとも私は構いません。
I don't
彼女の
think
矜持を私へも与えてください。
I don't think she'll be too happy about that.
どうか彼女をお救いください。
Okay, chapter 7, right? Duh, wait, what? Are we still in chapter 6? I totally forgot. Let's do a quick save. Oh no, we are in chapter 7, okay. Because I was gonna be like, this is really long. But then again, I do have a really small brain and I don't remember a lot. The unease not at me like darkness closing in. A relentless nightmare that allowed me no peace. Minami, the source of this nightmare, wore a pleasant smile, but his presence was pure malevolence. I can't speak. Breathing grew difficult, but I kept going. I glanced down at my hand. Just that small action made me feel connected to him, easing my heart. It's okay. Seiya is with me. Yeah, right. I squeezed my hand tightly, and I almost felt like Seiya squeezing it back. Unable to speak, I spoke to Minami in my mind. I won't let you have my soul, no matter what, so it's pointless, no matter how often you invade my dreams. Minami's sharp gaze fell as I thought it would cut right through me. The choking sensation grew of fear along my spine. My anxiety swelled as I waited for his next words. What does he mean by that? Wait a second. The atmosphere around me shifted, like stepping out of a long, dark tunnel. The oppressive air dissipating from all directions. Yet my heart pounded with urgency. Wait, we're not done here. Someone help Sayaka, please. Sayaka, please stay okay. Please be okay. Wait, please. Minami's form began to vanish. With him, my consciousness seemed to fade away as well, gradually sinking deeper. Into a tranquil whirl of sleep, I descended. Sayaka, I hope you're doing okay. Waking up, I glanced towards the window and saw Seiya just as he was when I fell asleep. His fingers softly sifted through my hair. The tenderness of his touch eased my troubled heart. His gentle smile made my heart skip. That's because of you, Seiya. No, thank you for staying by my side all this time. Uh-huh? You were watching me the whole time? Well, okay, wow. Okay, no, I don't think, okay. I was gonna be like, all of the ghosts except for Koyo watch, no, even Koyo. Did Koyo watch us? Damn, Senna is the only one respectful enough to not watch us when sleeping. I beg your pardon? You always say things like that. I wish you wouldn't tease me so much. I knew he was probably serious, but I had to brush it off as a joke, or my heart wouldn't be able to handle it. Okay, I get it. Please, just stop. My cheeks were burning up as I felt my heart thumping in my ears. All I could think to do was avert my eyes from his gaze. He's being more persistent than usual. I got to find a way to change the topic.
その様子では南に翻弄されなかったように思いますがいかがですか？
The sudden mention of Minami's name shook me as I remembered the events of the nightmare and his ominous words. About that, there's something we need to discuss. After sharing the details of the dream, Seiya stood, arms crossed, deep in thought.
少しの間夢に現れないと言っていたことが気になりますね。
It seems like he was plotting something, like he had something in mind already. While it was a relief to know Minami wouldn't visit my dreams, the fact I didn't know what he was up to made me feel even more anxious. I need to be strong. I tried to calm my shaking hand by clapping them firmly together.
ミサさん、いけません。
Seiya took my hand, gripping my hands more firmly than he usually did.
この震えを抑え、あなたの心を癒すのは私だけの役目。それを奪わないでいただけますか？
His serious words made me burst into a soft chuckle. When did that get decided?
無論、葛藤の大切なものですが、心当たりはありますか？
Sayaka? There are so many things that are important to me. Something Minami could get me to trade my soul for. In hell, probably nothing. Or glance at Seiya, hint hint nudge nudge. Something precious? I quickly stole a glance at Seiya.
なんです。
No, just looking, that's all.
その割には動揺して。まさか、あなたにとって大切なものとは。
No, of course not. That's impossible. Though it's true that Seiya is important to me.
そこまで否定されるとは。今のは少し、あ、いえ、かなり傷つきました。
Misa, you better apologize. Seeing Seiya look so dejected left me even more flustered. No, I mean, not exactly. I didn't mean to deny it like that.
否定されたことが違う。
Muttering this, Seiya's face suddenly lit up.
テレアさんとは思っていましたが、なるほど。あなたという人が分かった気がします。
No, it's not like that.
これからはどれだけ否定されようとも、あなたを愛します。
Oh, I love Seiya. He's so fun. What?
まあ、冗談はさておき。
So it was a joke? What's going on?
あなたにとって最も大切なのは、おそらく、うつしおにあるものでしょう。
You mean from my real life? I'd assume it would be something in hell.
ああ、あなたは気づいていませんでしたか？南は人の姿を保てている悪魔ですから、うつしおで人間に紛れて悪事を働けるのです。
What? Seriously? But Seiya did mention before that Minami could be quite difficult to find. So I should think about something from the real world. But even so, it's hard to pinpoint something precious to me. There could be so many things. I mean, I can think of a lot of things that matters to me, but nothing that would trade my soul for. Even if I had all the money in the world, it wouldn't be worth more than my soul, right?
なるほど。あなたは物、つまり物体で考えているのですね。
What do you mean?
物ではなく物。人ならばどうです？
I felt as though a bucket of cold water has poured over my head. The strength in my body and my legs began to wobble. precious people? Could it be my mom or my sister? Or maybe even Sayaka? But that... I mean, I know Minami can be wicked, but do you really think he's capable of doing something like that? I knew Minami could be cruel. And though we haven't known each other for long, I felt as though I knew him a little. The thought of him taking hostages, it was hard to picture him doing something like that. Yes, but... Seiya sighed heavily, as if he's the teacher reprimanding a poor student. His words were enough to convince me. Then Minami... Seiya nodded. He's right. As I mentally accepted the true danger I was in, I thought I heard Minami laughing menacing somewhere in my mind. Literally, I don't think any of the other characters has so much perspective. Listening to Misa Ishiki's dream, I did my best to keep my composure on the outside, but inside, I was deeply unsettled. I hadn't anticipated Minami would go to such extremes. Yet, as long as there was an entity within him that remained, he shouldn't be capable of such extreme acts. Has something changed within Minami? Then I felt our intertwined hands squeeze together. With a start, I glanced at her. She was gazing up at me with a worried look in her eyes. I did my best to conjure a smile to reassure her. She seems about to speak, then quickly closed her mouth. I wondered what she wanted to say. Allow me to calm your nerves, Seiya. Her expression was so clear, so vividly betraying her emotion. She can read me like a book. Realizing she noticed my concealed worry, a mix of joy and unease filled me. It has been ages since anyone cared about me like this. As I spoke, she shyly looked away, her cheeks blushing. Such a sweet, endearing reaction. I felt a gnawing desire of knowing more of her, but we were destined to part. Clinging too closely to her, it only put her life in greater danger. The thought alone filled me with fear, a sign of just how deeply she captivated me. Chapter 8. I am going to do a little bit more of chapter 8, I think. If Minami was targeting something precious to me, it had to be my family. I conveyed this to Seiya, and then there's something I needed to ask. Can I use the elevator just once more? I realized Minami might be plotting something at this very moment. I want to check on my family in the real world. Seiya silenced me by gently pressing his index finger to my lips. But alright, but perhaps sensing my reluctance, Seiya stood up with a wry smile on his face.
HO へ行きましょう。あなたをカリファの空気で浄化しなくてはいけませんし、資料も閲覧したいので。
Seiya took out the smartphone and quickly swept his finger across the screen. What are you doing?
休暇の申請を提出しておこうと思いまして。申請せずに HO へ行けば仕事を回されてしまいますから。
He's taking time off. For me? I'm sorry, I really didn't want to interrupt your work like this. As Seiya draped a robe over me, he chuckled softly with a smile.
休暇を申請する際、その理由を記載するのですが。
As he spoke, he showed me the screen on his phone. It was a leave request application. In response to the reason for leave question, he wrote, "Spending time with someone very important."
どうです？素敵な理由ではありませんか？
Yes. How could I not be touched by that? It'll be so hard when we have to part. Guided by Seiya, we quickly left the house.
うつしおは現在午後1時。南が動く夜までには時間があります。
Night? Does Minami only act at night in the living
お
world?
忘れですか？あれが無魔だということを。
Then Minami might be haunting my family's dreams? The thought of my mom or sister having to endure such a terrible dream caused my heart to ache with anxiety. It was unbearable. We need to stop Minami before nightfall.
いいえ、それは得策ではありません。もし妨害に失敗すれば、あれは確実にご家族の夢に現れてしまう。
Seiya's brow furrowed slightly. He must be trying to figure out how to fight Minami. Do you have a plan? Seeing Seiya nod lightened my anxiety somewhat.
HO に見たい資料があります。それを確認しながら私の考えを話しましょう。
Okay, got it. This is my problem, and it feels like Seiya's doing everything. He's not just protecting me, but my family too.
どうかしましたか？あまり見つめられると私の愛が暴走してしまいますよ。
How should I say this to him? I paused, then... I don't know, it seems like all of the thank yous hasn't really been well received. So let's do this. Yep. Knowing that if I thanked him, Seiya would just dismiss it casually. So instead, Seiya, please allow me to express my gratitude. And asking for help one more time. If I can't rely on him either, I have to do my part too. Yeah, I can't just rely on him. I felt Seiya's hand rest gently on my shoulder. Looking up, I saw his gentle smile. If this battle with Minami was the trial given to me by make eye with me as he spoke. My screen is frozen. There were beings resembling humans, and others with horns or large fangs, of various shapes and sizes. When I first arrived in Hell, I was terrified of all of these creatures. But now, I seem to have gotten used to it. Though I guess that's a bit scary in itself. Seiya smoothly extended his arm towards me. Oops. He spoke with a welcoming smile. Yes, that sounds great. I linked my arms with his without a second thought. Aww. Cuties. Wait, is it just me? Seiya feels like he has a lot of CGs. I'm just so happy. Despite all of the terror... Okay. Also, finally, the first CG that's not kissing. we finally did it, guys. Despite all the terrifying experience since coming here, Seiya had always been a source of comfort for me. I haven't felt this happy in a long time. I looked at Seiya with a white smile and saw him smiling back at me just this morning.
あなたの怯える様ばかり見てきたからでしょうか。あなたが笑うと心が弾みます。もっと早くにこうして出歩いてみればよかった。
He is such a charmer. I feel the same.
私とこうしてみたかったの。
Only now. Well, I mean, it's because of all that's happened that I feel this way about you.
もし私を異性として好いてくれているのなら
Sir, she kissed you. I don't think there's much more to say.
この瞬間をデートとして楽しんでいただけませんか。
His eyes flickered slightly, always steady and self-assured. He seemed somewhat different. I began to realize how deeply he genuinely cared for me, and it made my heart beat quickly. Of course. I whispered quietly and sneaked a glance at him. His expression was filled with surprise.
大変だ。
Seiya, flustered, pulled my hood down deeply over my face.
もっとフードを目深にかぶりなさい。私のために顔をあからめるその可愛らしい姿は私だけのものなのですから。決して他のものに見せてはいけません。そして決して他のものに目移りしないように。いいですか？
Yes?
たった今あなたは私を異性として意識していると認めました。奇跡が起きたのです。
No, well, when you say it like that, I lowered my face, flushed with embarrassment.
この奇跡を外野に邪魔されてはいけないですから、フードは目深にかぶることよろしいですか？
Our miracle? But with my hood like this, I can only see the ground. How am I supposed to enjoy a date like this? Seiya then reluctantly lifted my hood slightly.
愛しいあなたとの初デートを楽しみたいというのにメンヘラがうずいてしまって。
Stop saying that. It's so typical of you, Seiya.
その笑顔を他のものに見せたくはなかった。
Oh, come on. Don't sigh so much. Do you want to ruin our date? Then Seiya reached out his arm to me again, and I nestled closer to him, my arms with his. Strolling arm in arm down the street, the hellish landscape seems oddly appealing. I caught a glimpse of inside the shop through its open door. There's one huge reconnection successful. Okay. I think I'm back. I'm going to wait for my other device, which will have a bit of stream delay. It's okay, because no one is watching. If anyone is watching the vlogs, hello, I'm sorry. Just skip a little bit. But I just want to make sure that I don't miss any scenes. Because after all, I am mostly streaming so that I don't have to record on my device that takes up storage and yada yada yada. I mostly just want to record my reactions and then clip the good parts. I will make a clip of everything later on. Okay, seems like I'm back. Okay. Seiya, hearing my comment, peered into the direction I was looking.
パフェだけではなく、うつしおにあるような普通の食事から見るに耐えないゲテモノまで一通りあります。死者は食べなくても体は持ちますが、食道楽はああして楽しんでいるみたいですよ。
I see. I closed my eyes and instantly thought of the parfaits from my favorite cafe back home. Cream, ice cream, fruits, and a little mix of everything. It was just so hard to figure out where to start. I swear, I'll never get tired of the shop's parfait. They might be one of my favorite things.
空腹を感じているのですか？
His question caught me off guard. I recall being warned that feeling hungry was a dangerous sign in hell. I couldn't really call it hunger, but It's not like I'm hungry, more like I'm craving a parfait. It's a simple pleasure, but I just love eating sweets. It's one of my favorite things. Saying this, I noticed Seiya's face relax. He must have been concerned that I was getting hungry. Indeed, for parfaits in particular. Seiya slowly lifted his gaze. His gaze seems to not be fixed on the red sky above, but on some distant, otherworld place, one even far removed from this realm. Oh, Seiya, you really don't have to do that for me. You really do understand me. That certainly is true, and I'm grateful for it. No one understands me as much as you do, but if I eat too much... Get a man who treats you like this, guys. Ah! Oh, Seiya, I love you so much. Well then, how about 10 parfaits? Yes, thank you. I'll take 50. This is all Seiya's imagination. He's thinking so much of himself. One parfait is more than enough. And everything else about making... and everything else about that scene was just too weird. You don't get me at all. Seiya, I do wish you'd tone down your fantasies a bit. He was, of course, free to think of whatever he wanted, but I didn't want his dream of me getting too wild. See? Another perspective. Seiya, you're so greedy. So many perspectives and so many kisses. Strolling arm in arm with her, even hell haunted as it was by unsavory characters seemed aglow. It was quite strange. Wow, it really is quite a sight. Oh, look at that. Together with Misa, smiling and enjoying our date, I wanted nothing more than to keep looking at her. Yet, I couldn't help but notice the stares of those around us. I need to keep an eye on that man who caught a glimpse of her smile as we walked by. Ah, and there's troublemakers over there too. Seiya, what's with that look on your face? You look like you're gonna stab someone. Why? I don't understand why my sister doesn't like Seiya. Well, she didn't say she doesn't like Seiya, but it's not her top 2. You're making me blush. It's fine. I'm sure you're the only one who can see me that way. Well, if you say so. At this rate, I'll probably keep worrying even after she returns home. The sorrow of parting with Misa Ishiki is immense, and yet I don't want to spoil her the present, my last chance to be with her. I want to treasure every moment we have left together. In an attempt to coax back her smile, I grinned warmly at her. I won't let anyone else get in the way of our date. Love really does keep you on your toes. Oh. Yeah, it's really nice. Time always seems to fly when you're having fun. Before I knew it, we had nearly reached the Heisho. Yo, he's on time leave. Back off. A staff member frantically ran up to her. You saw the reason? Huh? I thought you took days off just recently. I blurted out the words without thinking. Then the staff member gave me a quick glance. Oh, that's right. That's what he used his reason to take his time off. I just thought he. I just thought he phrased it like that to stop me from worrying about it. I didn't expect him to actually submit it like that. Seiya? Oh, trust me, he's the romantic type. At Seiya's stern smile, a staff member recoiled like a small animal. With that, the staff member scurried off. I feel bad for causing such a commotion at work. I apologized silently. After all, Seiya was the Grand Warden. While I didn't know the specifics, his role was obviously very crucial. If Seiya doesn't usually take time off, it must be extremely busy. Yes, but you're helping me as part of your redemption, right? So you can forgive yourself? Seiya smiled and softly patted my head. So it's not just about your redemption? He's so good at saying such flattering things. When you put it that way, I feel like my heart's going to explode. As I bashfully tried to look away, his finger touched my chin, gently gliding my gaze to him. Come on. Unable to look away from him, I closed my eyes and tried to escape, but his laughter, filled with joy, filled the room, drawing glances from all of his co-workers and leaving me feeling more bashful. All of the love interests are so charming. On our way to the private room, Seiya picked up a book along the way. A book radiant an ominous aura. It was clearly no ordinary book. From what I've overheard, it was strictly forbidden to take a book outside of the Heijo. The book is pretty heavily guarded, huh? What's in it? I remember when we first met, Seiya said my name was on the list. Think about it again, it made sense. Given the nature of the Heijo work, it makes sense they would keep a record of the dead. So people who aren't sinners are listed there too. I'd assume if you guys had phones, you guys would keep everything digital, but you guys are still using books. With that, Seiya placed the book on the desk and opened the cover.
このように左開きだと罪人が
Then, shutting the book, he flipped over and opened it from the reverse side.
右開きだと無辜の名すなわち罪なき人々が記載されています。そして真ん中を開くとこれから死ぬかもしれない人の名前が確認できます。
It can predict future?
いえ、予知というより AI のようなものです。
Where do you guys get such a high magical AI? There's an AI inside of the book?
まあ厳密に言えば別のものですが、人間のあらゆる行動のデータからこれから死ぬものを予測しているんです。
Ah, I see. That's an amazing book. A mysterious book managed by Heijo. It has a list of the dead who are innocent of those who are about to die.
まあ予測は予測。この本の通りにならない場合もありますので、確定した未来ではありません。
Seiya casually flipped through the middle of the book. As I peered over him to look, I saw various dates, times, and places, cause of death, and names of the forecast soon to die. But why are you checking the book now?
南がどれほどの悪事を企んでいるか、もしかしたら。
My heart pounded loudly. It was when I realized the name Seiya was looking for in the book. You're looking for the name of someone in my family, aren't you? Seiya nodded and slowly turned the page.
これからの予定を見てみましょう。
Names. So many names. His finger glided ominously over the names. Please don't let their names be there.
ありました。
There on the open page, I saw Seiya pointing at a familiar name. Ayame Ishiki. Is that his sister? No, that's mom. Oh yeah, the sister Tsubasa. That's my mother's name. No matter how many times I looked, the results were always the same. That was my mother's name on the list of those scheduled to die.
死因は魂の消失。悪魔や死神が関わっていなければこうは書かれないでしょう。そしてここ。
There was the name Misa Ishiki. That's my name too. The cause of death was the same as mom.
死の契約をするのに必要なのでしょう。一式あやめの魂は。
There are still some things I totally didn't understand, but if it's written in the book, that means there's a potential future. But my mother, she's so strong. To think she'll strike a deal with a demon is cause it's you, Misa.
どうでしょうか。
What do you mean?
大体において悪魔のささやきに心が揺れ動く人間は精神が危うい状態です。今あなたのご家族の精神はあなたが行方不明となったことで危うい状態だと予想されます。
As time passed here, time passed in the real world too. How much worry have I caused them? I was so preoccupied with my own concerns. I had forgotten how much suffering I put my family through. Realizing this,
ミサさん、冷静。阻止できる未来だというのをお忘れなきように。
That's right. Sarah had said that before. I did my best to steady my rising emotions and tried to ponder the demon's next move. No doubt Minami is going to try to make a soul pact with my mother. But why? To exchange for my soul. He intends to get me to exchange my soul for my mother?
ええ、それ以外には考えられません。
How could this be? I was shocked, though I had been the one who suggested. Hearing Seiya confirm it made it feel real. I realized then how much I had underestimated Minami. There was nothing he wouldn't do to get me. In that case, how can I possibly stop
方
him?
法は一つ。私が写し世へ赴き、悪魔払いをしましょう。
But Seiya, you are...
死者です。一式あやめに見えるわけではないし、接しても声は聞こえません。ですが、南にさえ私の声が聞こえれば問題ありません。
Seiya stared intensely at me as he spoke.
神の加護がないこの地獄では無理ですが、目標が写し世であれば、エクソシストの力は有効。
He had mentioned before, when he was he was an exorcist in life, how his head would tremble in the face of demons. I knew his emotional scars hadn't healed. His gaze at the ceiling and slowly began to speak.
悪魔払いをするのは何十年ぶりか。ですが、死はこれを許してくれるでしょう。大切な人の大切なものを守るためならば。
God, the God that spirited me away, give Seiya the strength to succeed. After offering my silent prayer, I stepped back from Seiya, and his hand reached out to my cheek.
せっかくの美しい顔が台無しです。いや、涙さえも美しくはあるのですが。
He softly dabbed away the tears welling in my eyes. I felt my face grow hot with embarrassment, but I didn't pull away. Is there anything I can do?
黙って待っていなさい。と言っても、あなたは聞かないでしょう。
You sure know me, don't you, Seiya?
幸いにも、一式あやめが魂を奪われる日時は分かっています。私はそれよりも早く写し世へ赴き、一式あやめの様子を見ますので、あなたは私からの指示を待って眠ってください。
Sleep? Why? I can't just sleep while you're working to save my mother.
もちろんそれだけではありません。あなたには一式あやめの夢に入っていただきます。
Entering my mother's dream. Is that even possible?
思いの強さ、そしてタイミングが重要にはなりますが、他人の夢に入ることは可能です。
While explaining, Seiya stood up and retrieved a book from the shelf. I followed him and took a peek at the book's cover. How to enter someone's dream? The title was so obvious.
人の夢に入ってみたい。でもなかなかうまくいかない。そんなことありますよね。
What's gotten into you suddenly?
静かに冒頭を朗読しているのです。
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. He's not gonna read the entire book like this, right? You don't have to read it all, just the main points.
そうですね。後できちんと読んでもらうとして、夢に入るために必要なのは3つだけです。まずは夢見の力。次に対象と同じ時間に眠りに入ること。最後に夢に入る前から対象を強く思い浮かべること。
The last one seems easy, but my mother in the mortal realm and I'm in hell. How are we supposed to fall asleep at the same time? And what is this power of dreaming? I thought I have any kind of mystical power like that. Power of dream entering. Power needed to enter someone's dream. Of course, Minami has this power as he's an incubus.
同じ時刻に入眠する方法ですが、私がこれで連絡しますから、それを合図に眠ってください。
Seiya didn't show me his smartphone. But can I really manage to fall asleep at the exact right moment?
頑張ってくださいとしか言いようがありませんね。
I have my doubts, but if it's the only way to save my mother... Way to enter a dream. A dubious book Seiya owns. If the following conditions are met, you can enter someone's dream. 1. Obtain the power of dreaming. 2. Think hard about the person whose dreams you want to enter. 3. Sleep at the same time as the person whose dreams you want to enter. You can substitute the power of dreaming with spiritual powers.
それから夢見の力ですが、これは私が与えましょう。私には他の死者にはない特別な力があります。そういうものは残念ながらありませんので、私の霊力をあなたに授けましょう。
Is it really safe for me to gain some of Seiya's spiritual powers? Will you be okay, Seiya? If you transfer your powers to me, are you sure you'll be okay? I was especially worried, considering the mental toll of the exorcist would take on him.
細かいところによく気がつくと褒めて差し上げたいのですが、今だけは気づいてほしくありませんでした。
Seiya sighed in resignation.
あなたに気休めを言っても仕方ありませんからお伝えしますが、私の魂に宿る力をあなたに分け与えます。
The powers in his soul? I can't accept that.
しかし、こうする他に道はありません。あなただけのためではない。
I understand, but
気に病む必要などないのですよ。分け与えるのはほんの少し。私自身に影響が出ない程度ですから。
is it really safe? It seems Seiya was willing to sacrifice himself with a gentle smile.
あなたに手伝っていただきたいことがあともう一つあります。悪魔払いには聖水が必須なのですが、地獄では手に入りませんから、カリファの花から抽出した液で代用します。
Seiya fetched an empty small bottle from the cupboard and passed it to me.
あなたの手で作りなさい。心を込めて。
Got it. Taking the small bottle, we headed to where the Khalifa tree blossomed. Oh my god. I'm 3 chapters in one night. It's only been less than 2 hours 30 minutes. Seiya's route feels shorter. Seiya's route feels a lot shorter. I've only intended to do half of chapter 8, but I'm in chapter 9. I don't think I won't do chapter 9 just because I know I need to go back to do all the bad endings and stuff, and then the godly/heavenly ending. Also, I have work tomorrow and it's early, so I have to go to sleep anyway, so but I shall finish Seiya's route tomorrow. Maybe start Minami's route, or maybe at least finish the common route from Minami. So yeah,